The worm people's bodies were usually connected to their main bodies by thread-like structures, primarily used to transport nutrients, but they had very short lifespans, typically 2 to 3 years, which explained why the eldest son developed problems. More critically, if these worm people were not dealt with before their death, they would release a large number of seeds, continuing to plague the people living on the land. Eventually, Jack personally dealt with the eldest son who had fallen ill, but the couple refused to handle the other children who had not yet shown symptoms. After all, they had raised them for years, and how could they not have any feelings? The man promised Jack that he would immediately deal with the children once they became ill. But who could truly kill their own hard-earned children? Later, Jack left his contact information and left, but soon he was called back. In just 2 months, the worm people had undergone significant changes and had learned to speak. The confused woman stabbed Jack in the body with a dagger, but fortunately did not hit any vital areas. When Jack woke up, the man explained what had happened in the past 2 months. The children seemed to grow faster than before. Not only did they start speaking, but their ability to learn also accelerated. Perhaps the death of the eldest son gave them a sense of urgency, as the second son also developed green spots. When the man attempted to deal with him, the second son began to beg him not to kill him. In just 2 months, these children not only developed the ability to think but also became increasingly human-like in every aspect. More terrifying was that these worm people were connected to the main root bodies, meaning they could share any knowledge and abilities they acquired with each other. Later, to protect their seeds, they began reading various books, but even with Jack's arrival, they had no success. Therefore, to protect their seeds, they exploited the woman's maternal love. Upon hearing this, Jack decided he must eliminate these worm people immediately, or a catastrophe would ensue. But when he entered the second son's room, the second son's attitude changed again. In reality, it was just a delay tactic because, through the books Jack brought, the worm person discovered another chance to survive. Using a large fire to cut off their connection to the roots, they could escape to other places independently without being influenced by the roots. In the raging fire, 5 children gathered together, and as the flames grew stronger, their forms began to change. To ordinary eyes, these worms eventually turned to ash and disappeared in the room, but in Jack's view, they did not vanish. Instead, they found a dark place to continue breeding, waiting to possess another pregnant woman. In the end, Jack put the escaped worm people into a bottle, but he did not intend to eliminate them.